So what you're seeing here for the first time, and what the customer will see, is their whole fleet of storage. We're looking at just one site, but we can configure this to be multiple sites. They might have one site in Atlanta, one site in New York, and all of this will be visible from this pull down, and you will be able to see all of that. Now, notice over here, if we look at one of these file systems that's enabled, you can see the data drilled down into this marketing department, for example. You can see how many files are in that particular folder or aggregated. You can see how much capacity it's got in there, how much of the data in those folders is cold. And this cold setting is configurable. Right now we have it set as cold percentage of files greater than 1 year. So we're showing all of this data about the customer's environment to them, and we're leveraging this content to build our ROI model as well as our data tiering models as well. Now, other ways that we can do this for the customer, they might say, hey, I'm going to be migrating from a particular Isilon over to a different storage platform. Before I do that data migration, or before I may not be migrating, but I want to clean it up before I do anything else. They say, can you tell me how many old VMs or disk images are out there? And the answer is yes. So I built a query this morning saying I want to find all of the data stores on this Isilon, and I want to find all of them that haven't been accessed, and the files that haven't been accessed in more than 1 year. And the file type, I chose all VMs and all disk images. So what we found was about 449,000 files. We can export a detailed list of these files. We can show them by owners, groups, etc. And all of this can be used as part of the assessment. And then we can actually take these particular files and move those to a different class of storage, for example, somewhere else. Now, back to the plan page here is what you're looking at here in purple is how much of the data will be moved to a different class of storage. And the way we do that is we just say we want to select the shares that I want to tier. We're going to select all of them here and hit save. One is still being analyzed right now, so the metrics might be a little bit off. And we can adjust the slider here to say any data that hasn't been accessed in 2 years, we'll move that to a different class of storage. We can move it to, there could be some storage on-prem there. That you want to move it on-prem. It doesn't have to be in the cloud. It could be in a different class of storage you have on-prem. And what we've done is we've just set up a policy to say any files that haven't been accessed in 2 years, move that. And what's that going to save me, by the way, for my primary storage? Done editing. Well, what's going to happen is if you say 2 years, it's going to take 23 or 24% of those files off of the primary storage, which would be the flash, if you will. It's going to end up saving me about $1.073 million when I do that. And the cost model is built into our platform. We can modify these numbers. Let's say my primary storage is going to be more than $800 a terabyte per year, and my local storage could be $300 a terabyte per year. And you'll see these numbers change over here. So we're showing the cost model savings over time. And there's a report that will be generated if you want to put this into, and we leverage this report as part of our assessment. And that report looks like this. So the report shows what the cost avoidance would be if you did the move, if you tiered the data, and where the data is, how hot and cold the data is, and what are all of the assumptions. So this is a quick view of some of the ways we can show customers data during their assessment. Other things that are very, very interesting here, and I'll just wrap this up here, is they might want to look at orphan data, they might want to look at potential dedupes across 2 different platforms, build back, and we put all that stuff into the assessment as well.